Isn't it so beautiful? You can see the glow of planet Thesis so clearly tonight. See how its moons are pulled into its orbit? Those 3 moons revolve around planet Thesis, helping life there take hold. Let me just adjust the zoom on my telescope. I want to see more closely. Ah, look! You can see the surface of those moons more clearly now. There's moon body paragraph 1, and there's moon body paragraph 2. And there, coming up behind them, moon body paragraph 3. Beautiful. This stargazing reminds me of something. This essay I've been working on for my high school writing class, I've been struggling to organize it. But now, I've got an idea. Today, we'll talk about the centerpiece of any essay, the thesis statement. First, we'll review what thesis statements are and what makes for a strong thesis statement. Then we'll talk about how to write thesis statements in a way that helps you develop your claims throughout the whole essay. Finally, we'll focus on crafting topic sentences that help develop that thesis and expand on what it's arguing. Have your PDF out and ready to go. Just like the moons of the planet we just explored, everything in your essay will revolve around your thesis statement. But what is a thesis statement? And how do you write a good one? If you completed Unit 1 or 2 of this course, or remember something you've learned in a different context, you might already know something about this. Pause the video and jot down what you already know on your PDF. If you wrote something about a thesis statement being the central argument of your essay, you got it. If you wrote that your thesis needs to be arguable, that it needs to present an argument based on your interpretation, analysis, or understanding of a topic, you're on a roll. And if you said a thesis needs to be specific, that it should specify how, what, why, where, and when the argument is applicable, well, maybe I should step down and you should teach this course. Guess I'll have to polish up my resume. If you aren't sure what I'm talking about or you need a refresher, no worries. Just take a look at Unit 1, Lesson 3. Everything's an argument, and you'll get caught up in no time. There's more available on thesis statements in Unit 2 also. Check out Lessons 2 and 3 especially.
Phew!
So, we know that your thesis is making a claim, and that everything else in the essay is going to work to support that claim. But how do we structure our writing to do this effectively? Have your PDF ready to take some guided notes. Here's how you'll do it. First, write your thesis statement to introduce the 3 ways it will be developed throughout the essay. 1 way for each body paragraph. Next, create topic sentences that develop the thesis statement at the start of each body paragraph. Not sure what I mean? Let me show you. Take a look at my handy-dandy thesis and topic sentence organizer. Let's say I'm writing a paper about one of my favorite books, Sandra Cisneros' The House on Mango Street. This book is about a young girl named Esperanza who is growing up in a Latino community in Chicago. Each chapter is told from Esperanza's perspective as she makes sense of her complicated world and learns valuable emotional lessons along the way. You might have heard of this book, but even if you haven't, I think you'll get what it's about from my thesis. In my essay, I'm going to make a claim that the protagonist of the story, Esperanza, grows from an innocent child to a self-assured young adult. But how am I going to develop this claim throughout my body paragraphs? I'll show my reader in the thesis, like so. Esperanza grows from an innocent child to a self-assured young adult through her experiences with family members. I could get more specific by naming 3 experiences with family members, 1 for each body paragraph I'll write. Check it out. Esperanza develops from an innocent child to a self-assured young adult through her experiences with her sister, her brother, and her father. Either way you choose is fine. Go with what you find most helpful. Before we move on, let's do a quick review of the thesis statement I'm working with here. Is this thesis arguable? Is it specific? Pause your video and see if you can determine whether my thesis is both of these by completing the table provided on your PDF. Make sure you explain your thinking. We'll go over your answer when you're done. So, what did you think? Was my thesis statement arguable and specific? I'll tell you what I think, and you can check my thinking against your own. I say, yes, the thesis is arguable. I'm making a claim that is based on my own interpretation of the plot, which not everyone would automatically agree with. I'd also say, yes, the thesis is specific, because I'm not just telling you that Esperanza changes, but how she changes and why. How are we doing? Good so far? Not so good? Take a second and check in with yourself. Where are you on the growth mindset-o-meter? Remember, if you feel confused, it's because you don't understand. Yet. With a little practice and patience, you'll be writing away in no time. Now that I've got my thesis statement down, I'll show you how I will write 3 topic sentences that will develop it in each of my body paragraphs. First, I'll write a topic sentence to introduce how Esperanza's sister contributes to her growth, which I just mentioned in my thesis statement. I'm writing, Esperanza's frustrating relationship with her sister teaches her about her own strengths and what sets her apart from other people in her family and neighborhood. In the paragraph that will follow, I'll provide evidence, explanation, and analysis. But for now, I'm just showing you the topic sentences. Next, I'll write a topic sentence to support the second part of my thesis, the part about Esperanza's brother. I'm writing, through her experiences with her brother, Esperanza learns responsibility and caretaking, which improve both her self-confidence and maturity. Okay, great. That just leaves the last piece of my thesis statement about how Esperanza's father impacts the growth I'm making a claim about. Here we go. When Esperanza watches her father cry, she realizes that as an adult, she will navigate a world much larger than her home and neighborhood. She also realizes that she has everything she needs to do so. All right, 1 thesis and 3 topic sentences down. Now, let me let you in on a little secret. What I just showed you is a lot of the hard thinking work of writing a paper. In fact, once you've got this thesis and topic sentences down, you're over halfway done with your outline. But more than that, you've got a plan. A plan! Yep, you know where you're going, what you're arguing in your essay, and you know how you're getting there, what part each of your body paragraphs will play in making that argument. Once this video is over, turn back to your PDF and complete the activity to match the given topic sentences to the thesis statements provided. On day 2 of this lesson, you'll review arguable and specific thesis statements and rewrite any that may need some help. On day 3, you'll write your own thesis statements and accompanying topic sentences on topics of your choosing. Ready to take this on? Get that growth mindset together, because I know you are. And remember, we're right here with you. Right on. Hey, hey.